here. Yeah, okay. So if there is any question, please interrupt any place, any time, because that's important. Subject finishing is not important for us. Important thing, whatever we know little bit, we know sure way that at least there is not going to be question about it in my mind tomorrow, okay. So first we are going to take the relationship of karma and soul. How is the relationship between karma and soul occurs? That is very important thing that we'll be talking about. So what we are talking here is, first thing is no Mahavir, no everything, no Mahavir, no nothing. How does it mean? No is a two different way we have to know the word no. Same way, Anekant is a one in which you have to know everything from different point of view, that where the things are coming from. So having said that, we are just going to go through basic things. There are 6 universal substances. Chodravya છે ને? કયા છે?
Jeev, Pudgal.
Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Jeev is right.
Pudgal.
Pudgal second. Dharmastikai, Adharmastikai, Akash, and Kash. Out of which Jeev, besides Jeev and Pudgal, remaining 4 are pure by themselves only. They don't have impurity. Dharmastika, Adharmastika, Akash, Kal is perfect. They're pure. Now, if you have a child who is always getting A+, how can you describe? He is the smartest kid. Arvind is the smartest kid. Period. Case closed. But the one who is kind of average, well, he's kind of okay in math, but in science he's not good, and in the history he's he gets C and everything. So you describe a lot for that kind of a kid. So here also what we have, Dharmastika, Adharmastika, Akash, Kal, that we cannot describe much. There is some of the things to be described, but it's okay. They are not that important right now. Our discussion, they are not important. So what is important for us right now is Jeev and Pudgal. These are the 2 guys, they create problem in our life. Whatever you see, all transmigration, all sansari dasa, all the thing that we see, that is because of relationship between Jeev and Pudgal, between living and Pudgal matter. So what is this relationship that we should understand? If we understand, then our topic that we presented and that I presented in Dharampur, that anatomy and physiology of soul will become extremely clear.
So there was some confusion about Ajeev. So what is Ajeev and what is, because normally we think of Jeev and Ajeev. Yes. So we introduce Pudgal and all these things. So can you elaborate?
So when Piyush Bhai asked the question, what is Ajeev? Ajeev means the one who does not have consciousness. Ajeev does not have any consciousness nature. Ajeev does not have chaitanyatva. Ajeev does not have knowledge. Now, does this telephone has a knowledge? When it records everything. Everything is there, right? But it does not know anything. For example, right now there's a fire. What will happen? We all will run away. This phone will not run away because it has no knowledge. So knowledge is a one which makes 2 divisions, living and non-living. Now, knowledge means Jeev has a knowledge, means Jeev is a living substance. Ajeev has 5 different things. Pudgal, Dharmastika, Adharmastika, Akash, Ka. They are called non-living, means they don't have any way of knowledge. They have their own particular characteristics, which we won't go in detail right now, but they don't have consciousness, they don't have knowledge, and that's why they're separate from living. So that's why living, non-living, it's a main difference. Living is one only, Jeev. Non-living has 5 different things. Who are those things? Pudgal, Dharmastika, Adharmastika, Akashka. So this way we have 6 substances, out of which 4 we took it out because they are pure by themselves, and only 2 people that possibly can be in an impure state are Jeev and Pudgal. So here we have, on this side we put Jeev and we put over here matter. Now, when we say substance, dravya, they have attributes, means gun, and they have their modification. For example, modification means modes. Modes means paryay. What is paryay? I woke up in the morning, 6 o'clock. I went to bathroom. Then I did the brush. Then I got ready. I took a shower. I did my nityakram. I took a breakfast. And what all this modification I did, that's called modes. That's called paryay. Change is occurring. Me remained stable. Me, Kirit awoke. He did the brush. He took the shower. He did the nityakram. So dravya Kirit is constant. Paryay keeps on changing. Activity keeps on changing. So same way, soul has an activity and Pudgal also has activity, and they are called paryay. Paryay means modification. Paryay means activity. Paryay means changes. Changes occurring in a substance. This,
when you mention 4 of the
Ajiv.
them are pure
Pure.
and 2 are impure.
Pure could be impure, not impure. It could be pure and impure.
When you decide
What? That's what they are. That's a nature for time infinite.
But
Nobody
what
decided.
was the test?
What?
Mix with each other? Is it because they have paryais?
Because paryay, everybody has it. Dharmastika also has paryay, or Dharmastika has a paryay, Kala has a paryay, and the Akash has a paryay. They all have paryay. But these two, Jeev and Pudgal, they have capacity to be having a pure paryay, Siddhadasa, or impure paryay, Sansari Dasa. They have that specific characteristics of their own. That's what they are. Why gold is yellow? Why sugar is sweet? That's what it is. So why Jeev could be in 2 different forms? It could be in pure form or impure form. And that is the way they are. That's it, right? So here we are saying soul. Soul can be, now we are talking about their impure paryay over here. Soul having a pure paryay means Siddha. Soul having pure paryay means Aryan Bhagwan. So we are not talking pure paryay. We are talking now impure paryay because they have capacity to be in impure form. So impure form of the soul's paryay is called bhav karma. Impure modification of the soul's paryay is called bhav karma. This word will come a lot. So we have to understand bhav karma means my rag, dvesh, krodh, man, maya, lobh, mithyatva, ajnan. Right? Am I doing rag, dvesh right now? Yes. Why? Well, I like it today. Number one. Well, why I had to be here on Sunday? There is a Cardinal game today, right? Cardinal game today, right? And
In the evening.
evening? Oh, that's okay. That's all right. So why should I get stuck over here today just because please by send the email and if I don't? So that's called dvesh. I do that continuously, time immortal. I keep on doing rag dvesh, rag dvesh, rag dvesh, rag dvesh. Rag dvesh can be divided into krodh, man, maya, lobh, krodh, man, maya, lobh, or mithyatva, ajnan. All those things are same thing. That's called bhav karma. Psychic karma. Or bhav karma. It is occurring within me. Anything occurring within me means in my soul, that will have the word bhav. Anything occurring in a pudgal, that will have denotation as a dravya. For example, material matter. Matter is a material karma particle, external substances, dravya karma. Dravya karma. Bhav karma means anything occurring within me. Rag, dvesh, krodh, man, maya, lobh, that's occurring within me. And dravya karma means material pudgal particles coming in a fruition. Karmanu je ઉદય થવો એને આપણે દ્રવ્ય કર્મ કહું. કર્મનું બંધન થવું દ્રવ્ય કર્મ. કર્મ સત્તામાં ગયા દ્રવ્ય કર્મ, right? So દ્રવ્ય કર્મ is a material part, non-living part. It has no relationship with me.
Physical. It is physical.
Physical material karma, right? Bhav karma occurring within me. I am the instigator. I do it. I am the reason for it, right? So these 2 words are important. Dravya karma, bhav karma. Because when we say Nau Tattva or Sat Tattva, then they are not simply seven tattva. Seven tattva, who is going to tell seven tattva? Jeev, Ajiv, Pap, Punya, Asra, Bandh, and Moksha. Right? So there are no tattva ka, sat tattva ka. Sat tattva means in Asra we put Pap and Punya. Auspicious activity, inauspicious activity we put in a Asra. So whether we want to say seven, then Pap Punya is in Asra, or when you don't want to say, when you want to say nine, then Pap Punya are separated, right? So when we say nine tattva, they are already divided into two: bhav karma, dravya karma. Remember? So it's not simple tattva. It's not pap only. What it is a good deeds. It is related to the soul. Related soul means it is a punya bhav karma. What is it called? Punya bhav. Where does it originate? Within myself. બરાબર આત્મામાં અને સામે આવશે ગુડ ડીડ કયા પુણ્ય દ્રવ્ય કર્મ કોના થાય મેટરના કર્મના દ્રવ્ય કર્મ ભાવ કર્મ દ્રવ્ય પાપ ભાવ પાપ દ્રવ્ય પુણ્ય ભાવ પુણ્ય right bhav means occurring within me dravya means material particles relationship. Between those two, there is some relationship. It's called nimit nemidik sambandh. When I am having the punya bhav, when I have a punya bhav within me, I want to give donation today. Come on, year-end is coming, and the Jain Center already sent the email to me. Commercial break. So then I have that punya bhav. You know, whether it's December or not, this is my temple. I have to write a check. So that kind of feeling I have, a positive feeling, that is called bhav punya. When I have that positive feeling, and also I act accordingly, not only positive feeling, but writing check too, then what happens? I attract good particles to me, good material karma particle to me. That's called dravya karma. This one was a bhav karma, means bhav punya. Bhav karma is an aggregate name. So bhav punya. When I do bhav punya, what happens on the other side? Dravya karma particle by themselves, they decide to come and stick to me. That is their own decision. In this sense, they don't have brain, but they have the modification. In their modification, it was written to be in the form of dravya punya karma and to get stuck to me. It was in their fate. In because they have also their own modification predestined, predetermined, since time infinite will remain for time immortal. This one is been saying that, okay, on this time right now, I'm going to be in the dravya punya karma formation. Means if this is a karma particle, for example. So that occurs by itself. Nobody has done anything. It is predetermined. Bhagwan's knowledge has seen in the Keval Gnan that at this point, from dravya particle perspective only, it will be in the form of dravya punya karma. Bas.
So, Kirpai, my understanding is that karma particles themselves are not punya or pap.
No,
But when I do punya, like I want to donate, so the karmic particles at that time they are still karmic particles. And when they get attached, at that moment it gets determined that that is the punya karma, dravya karma attached to the soul. At that point,
it's little bit, it's almost true, but dravya, material particle, generic particle, right? It's called carbon particles. In that carbon particles, in their mode, in their parinaman, in their modification, in their paryay, at that time, it was a saying that, okay, let's say we take 10 paryayas, number 10 paryay, total 10 paryay. My paryay and dravya karma paryay. My fifth paryay said that I am going to do the donation check to the Jain Center. I decided that number 5. The Dravya particle paryay, fifth number paryay was meant to become punya karma. It was decided to stay as a punya karma. So now there is relationship to each other. Okay, today we are supposed to have a class. I showed up, you showed up. You showed up of your own, I showed up my own. We had the relationship. So, oh yeah, we had a gathering and we all get together. You came of your own, I came of my own. But there is relationship established between two. And that's why we just said that, okay, we had a class today. So, Dravya karma particle by themselves, they keep on changing. Now, that particle, when to come in a fruition, કેટલા વખત સત્તામાં રહેવું, કેટલા ક્યારે ઉદયમાં આવું, everything is predetermined from karma perspective. From my perspective, it's decided what I'm going to do today. હું ક્યારે કયો ભાવ કરીશ એ મારી સ્વતંત્રતા. The material particles, they have their own independence also. They both have independence, but they appear to be related to each other because of nimit nimitik sambandh. Nimit nimitik sambandh means when the action occurred in me, when the thought process occurred in me, exact similar type of thing occurred over here, but independently. I didn't force this one to become punya karma, but that was written for them to become punya karma. It was written for me to become punya bhav. This was punya karma, punya dravya karma, punya bhav karma. Is it clear?
No, so bhav is also predetermined, you're saying.
Bhav is everything is predetermined. All the jo apne શું કહું, કેવળી ભગવાનનું કેવળ જ્ઞાન. What's the definition? Who is going to give the definition? Past, present, future of all the universal substances. Past, present, future modes, parinaman, paryay of all the six substances of the universe, he sees in his knowledge at a given moment, right? So what he sees, dravya karma, there are so many parinaman occurring. Bhav karma, there are so many parinaman occurring. Bhav karma occurs in the soul, dravya karma occurs in the pudgal. He sees them as separate, and he also sees that they also have relationship to each other, nimit nimitik sambandh. So this is because dravya swatantrata, the independence of every universal substance is a most important principle of Jainism.
So if everything is predetermined, then what do I need to do?
What do you have to do? Yes.
See,
Everything is
determined.
I don't want the bhav.
Very good. So yeah, and I was expecting this question to come from the audience. Miss, everybody's awake. Very good. So
Yes, one more.
yes.
Maybe I missed, but how probably is a trigger of the chain reaction?
It doesn't do the reaction. I just did a bhav and my business stopped over here. I thought of writing check, my thought stopped over here. Pudgal particle, whatever they do, it is their problem, not my problem. It's their business, not my business.
So after તમે જેવી રીતે કે પુણ્ય ભાવ positive to
Yeah,
positive. Is
yeah.
there another way?
But this is only first one. We are coming to next. Now, question to Piyush Bhai's question is very important. So, if everything predetermined, what do I have to do? So tell me, what do you do? Can you do anything to any predetermined, predestined things? You can do anything? No. If I cannot interfere in anybody, you mean because I speak, that's why you understand? No. I keep on speaking. You keep on listening. Some understand, some doesn't understand, some super understands. So, if I can't do anything to anybody, what do I have to do? I can't do anything to you. I can't do anything to body. I can't do anything to this. What do I do? Just to look at my pure, inert, trikali, eternal soul substance. I just look at him. When I look at him, that means samyak darshan. So, you want to have samyak darshan? You understand the independence of all the universal substances, right? By knowing that one, I can't interfere in anybody's function. So I stay within myself. I stay within myself. I stay within myself. Samyak darshan. So this is the process of obtaining samyak darshan.
So I can just sit at one corner and just looking at my soul, and
That's it. That's it.
So I don't do anything. I don't.
No.
My kid is crying, fine, let
No,
him cry.
yeah.
But I'll just sit.
Yes. Now, yes. And yes. Now, and when you say kid is crying, and see, these are the practical questions coming, right? And so, and I can assure you, we won't finish this part also. When the kid is crying, so the mother is there. Mother is helping the kid. Now, what happened? That kid crying, in his mode, it was written that he will get consolation, or he's going to stop crying at particular point. Mother's mode was written that she's going to help the kid. Again, both independent activities are occurring, and this guy is supposed to stop crying and she is supposed to help. That's it. Both things happen independently. So again, coming to practical point, as a mother, as a father, as a parent, do I help the child or not? Yes, I help, but because of me, child became happy or stopped crying. That idea should go away from my mind. Shall I come to temple or not? I come to temple, but I'm doing puja and I'm doing something good. That kind of feeling should go away. I'm doing puja because I don't want to think any garbage thoughts in my mind. To go away from the garbage thoughts, I'm doing Bhagwan's puja. Why do I do Nityakram? When I used to go to exam, in my MBBS exam, I had my friend Dinesh Parmar, and his father was very, very dogmatic. He will not let us get out if there is no cow passing by. And sometimes we use for 15, 20 minutes and we are always late, right? So I said, Dinesh, tomorrow when I enter your street, I'm going to make sure one cow is passing by, I mean, there's a cow passing by, that means it's going to be sukan. Or black cat passes by, that means upshukan. Or my room number is 13, that means it's upshukan. No, nothing happens. But if something is going to bad happen to me, that black cat will pass in front of me. So what? Black cat did not do anything to me. So these kind of dogmatic wrong views we have, we have to take it out. Everything happens to me because of me. That's it. So I have to do whole work. I have to go to work and everything. I have to earn the money right way and everything, not to rob the bank, but just go right. And but because of me, my household is running. That idea should not be there. You have to do all the work. It is predestined to Bhagwan also. Chaturth Gunsthana onwards, he is still working. Krupadev has a Samyak Darshan. He was still doing business at the time. But what did he say? This diamonds and me are total separate. I'm just doing it, but it is not my real nature to do all these things. So he had that Bhed Gnan within him. He has a separation of those two things. If I go to the business, oh, this is my business, and I get the pain medication. Anuj gave pain medication, and that's why patient improved. And Anuj is one of the best guy. No, that's not true. Anuj is not best guy. You are not best guy, and yet your wife knows very well, right? Okay. So this kind of thing we should have clarity in our mind, Okay. So this is a punya bhav and punya dravya karma. Same thing coming is a pap bhav karma and pap punya karma, right? Pap material, dravya punya karma, right? Pap dravya karma and pap bhav karma, right? So two separate things, okay? Everything pap, bhav asrav and dravya asrav. What does that mean? Bhav asrav and dravya asrav means what? Remember, see, this is we know Sat Tattva, no Pada, we know those things, but no, we have to look from this angle, from soul perspective. Remember, that point is coming later, we'll talk about it.
What's the difference between Jeev Dravya and Jeev Tattva?
Jeev Dravya and Jeev Jeev Dravya is a Dravya by itself. Tattva means looking from one angle, one nai perspective only. You also see the Jiv Padarth and Jiv Tattva. We had talked that somewhere along the line. Padarth means to see everything from Praman Jnan, and Tattva means to see from one angle only, from one nai only. Okay. That's why he is asking very, very high level question. I'll talk to you later on also, because okay. So Bhav Asrav. What is Bhav Asrav? Where does it occur? Within me, right? Asrav means what? Inflow. What occurred? Something generated within me. What generated? No.
Wow.
Bhav got generated. What kind of bhav we are generating now? Rag or dvesh? Krodh, man, maya, lobh, mithyatva, agnan, right? So those are the bhav. So that generation of that bhav, rag, dvesh, krodh, man, maya, lobh, mithyatva, agnan, that generation of my bhav within me is called bhav asra. Rag, dvesh ni utpatti thavi atmama enu naam bhav asra. Is it clear? Dravyasra. What is Dravyasra? Over here we have the Dravyasra, black guy, right? This inflow, Dravyasra means carbon, the answer comes to it. Carbon particle in their mode right now, it is written to be in karma form. Jnanavaran, Darsanavaran, Antray, Monia, Ayu, Gotra, Nam, Vednya. All 8 types of karma to get transferred. Generic Karman Vargana is over here. And in that generic Karman Vargana, it is written that it has to become Monia Dravya Karma. That is called Dravyasra. Krupadev has given fantastic extra explanation. Yes.
Is there a difference in the karmic particles, let's say at Shikharji and in a bar somewhere?
No, I can do lots of Sikhar. I could be in a Sikharji and I have most pap bhav in my mind. I could be Doliwala and I can just say, I can curse. What is this fat lady doesn't want to walk at all, and this kind of thought process also could be going in me. Or you're going to Sikharji, you're saying people will be eating, right? Eating, drinking tea and coffee and coke and Pepsi. Where Bhagwan, Ananta Siddha Bhagwan, Ananta Tirthankar Bhagwan and Muni Maharaj has gone to moksha. Am I thinking of eating there? Am I that crazy? Am I that papi jiv? So I can have that pap bhav there too.
I can say that whatever your bhav which it is your bhav which is pulling, and the karmic is your past that you're connecting and it is coming in, changing and it is attaching to you.
But that dravya karma is doing their own business. I have
Both
no.
are doing own thing, but at the same time, apna bhakti we are attracting towards our, and that's how it is getting. So it is your own which is pulling them towards you, whether it's shubh ke ashubha.
But it's predestined.
Predestined.
Everything
Predestined.
is-
Yeah.
That's what he mentioned.
See, and when you said that's very, very important, what predestined means, let's say I have a material, pap, dravya, karma, fruition occurring right now. Marama, pap, dravya, karma, no udeshe. I have a choice. I should, how much intensity I join in them. Do I go in extreme intensity or milder intensity or none at all? That's my choice. Both the things, matter and soul, only one guy has a buddhi, one guy has an intelligence, and that's a soul. He will say, no. Dravya karma is coming in Uday. I don't want to do anything in that. Look, I'll give you an example. We all know about it. Our dear friend who had 1 day of pain in the abdomen in Los Angeles, and he was found out to have terminal pancreatic cancer, 3 months to live. Perfectly healthy person, apparently. He goes to doctor and he's been told you have 3 months to live, terminal cancer, no treatment can be given. How will I react? Tell me.
Equanimity.
How will I react? Anger, frustration, right? What this guy said, doctor, is there any treatment? No. Can I go home? Doctor says, Do you understand what I'm talking to you? That you're going to die. He said, yeah, I have 3 months to live, no treatment. Can I go home? Think about that equanimity when you say. And he goes home and he does intense swadhyay. He says, this is my time to take care of myself. We all called from here. He says, I don't have time. Don't call me. So he took the 3 months down the road, he died. 2 weeks before he died, we all went to meet him. And in a whole room full of people, nobody can say who's going to die 2 weeks from now. It was that cheerful person at the time. Can you be like that? In Dravya, Pap, Karma, Uday is there. What did he say? I don't care. I'm not going to look at it. I'm going to stay within myself. If he did not get Samyak Darshan, he is at that close to get the Samyak Darshan. So these are the things that I have the brain. I can decide all the things. Dravya Karma can do anything, whatever they want to do it. Yeah.
So with what intensity you are going to apply, mild or strong?
It's
That is also defined?
it's predestined, but it's defined, predestined, and it's decided. But I don't know that part, so I have to decide: do I want to be intensely involved with negative situation? Shall I not try to decrease my attention to the adverse situation? And I learned that one today, tomorrow, day after. That's my progress. That's my spiritual progress, right?
Not be disturbed by the external.
External event could be today. One of you win the $1 million lottery. What will the person think right away? I used to tell all my office girls, and they'll say, "Oh, first thing I'll quit the job." I said, "Sure, I know that you are going to quit job, but then what?" Well, I'm going to have $100 million, right? I'm going to buy. I say, "Okay, $2 million. Then what? I'm going to buy the car, $100,000. Then what? Then, well, I'll go donate the money." I said, "Why can't you donate that $1 to me right now? I mean, you want to do $100 million and then donate? Give that $1 to me right now and donate to me." So, that kind of thing, people will think, $1 million, I'll spend, eat, drink, and be merry, be happy and everything. No. Same time, one can have $100 million over here, and you will just say, I will build the biggest possible temple, and I will try to stay within myself by having the temple. So that kind of positive thought can also occur. Yeah.
Is it true, the understanding basically that your actions are predetermined, but
Yeah.
the way you react is a choice that you have?
Action and react both are same. You are defining two different. You are dividing in two different words. But action or predetermined, everything is same. How will I react to a given situation is predetermined, but I don't know that part. So my job is not to intensely join in a negative situation and try to remain in equanimity state as much as possible. And when I do that, Kevali Bhagavan said, I knew that you are going to be in the equanimity state because it was written in your things. I don't know that part, but it's a predetermined, So as Piyush Bhai said, what shall I do? Nothing. I shouldn't do anything in any situation. I try to take equanimity, as you said, and I look at it, everything happening positive or negative in an equanimity view. Just because I have a good money, good job, good car, good family, good everything, I don't have to be egoistic person. So idea is to cut down my ego, cut down my anger, cut down my greed, and all those things. That it has to happen time after time after time. As negative situation occurs, that's a taste for me. So that's what we have to think about.
That having the ego or the pride, that's not predetermined.
It is predetermined.
Then what is not predetermined?
Nothing is. Everything is predetermined.
Then what's our role then?
Nothing. No. Your role is not to make problem for Bhavesh. If Bhavesh is going to be acting crazy today, it is his problem. It's not my
But Jasmine
problem.
is saying, but whatever I do is all
My reaction
predetermined.
is if he does something and if my reaction to it is also predetermined, then what is my role?
Omniscient Lord said that it's predetermined. I don't know at this point that Bhavesh is going to be acting crazy, so I'm going to be super crazy with him. No, I should say, I'm going to remain in equanimity state. I'm going to be gnata drashta. I'm going to be knower and perceiver. I'll just see that, okay, he's not behaving good right now. So there is no sense for me to give any advice. When the thing settles down, that's what my spouse will do. When I'm angry, later on she's going to say, yeah.
That's ideal, but even that you're saying that it's predetermined.
Everything is
I
predetermined.
will not lose my calmness.
Yes.
But that's because of predetermined. Then what? I mean, then
It sounds to me that you still have a choice, but whatever that choice is still predetermined.
Yeah, but
right?
I don't know that part. So
Right.
I have to look for my choice. I have to act my choice as normal as possible. Dilip has a point. Go ahead.
The hardest thing to do is to believe that it is predetermined.
Yes.
That's the hardest part. And that's all the whole thought process is, that if you are expecting somebody to react the way you want to, you're not going to get it. And if you expect that, then I'm going to get what I'm expecting, because it's not what you want to get, it's what you are going to get. And that's the hardest concept to believe. And that belief is Samyak Darshan.
And that real, right now, we are doing understanding that concept. But when the Samyak Darshan occurs, that means you really experience that concept. These are very abstract thing appears to be, but as we start to think digesting, then it will make better and better sense. It will give 100,000 questions in your mind, and that's the whole idea, is to have you start having question in your mind. Once the question is in mind, you'll start looking for answer, and answers are there in the scriptures. So here we are. Bhav. Yes.
So if I do something wrong, do I go and feel bad? But okay, I did something wrong because it was
But okay, because okay, I did something wrong today. Then I have to say, yes, it was predetermined. But at the same time, shall I do the same thing tomorrow on the same situation? No, I'll be trying to act different tomorrow. And day after tomorrow, I'll be even better. And fourth day, I'll be totally equanimity state. And that will be my Samyak Darshan.
I think the difficulty there, and again, I had the same
Yes.
difficulty.
Yes.
It's called Krambat Parya, meaning that everything is predetermined, then what do I do?
Yes.
I think the simplest answer to that is that you don't know what your predetermination is, and at this stage, all you can do is do the best you can.
No, but the whole idea, I think, no, but the whole idea is that yes, everything is predetermined. It's going to happen the way it's going to happen. But where are you staying connected? The idea, I mean, what they're trying to say is that, eventually when a person gets Samyak Darshan, he is connected to his soul even when the things are happening. So say when someone gets Samyak Darshan, it's not like they don't get angry. They get angry because it's predetermined, but the attachment is not there, that because of that person who did the wrong thing, I am getting angry, so I am right. All that is totally gone. That whole thinking has to melt away.
Just for one
So-
second, if you think, oh, I cannot do anything for anybody, you will become so calm and there won't be any rag or dvesh, because nobody can do anything for you or say something bad or good. Then you become calm and nothing bothers you. Can you imagine the happiness you will get?
And this thing, what Suman Ben said, that's most important in negative situation. Positive situation, I'm the king, because I'm the one who came with $8 and now I made $10 million, whatever. That I kind of have arrogance. It's okay, that's bad also. But in negative situation, as much calmfulness I can remain, that is the most important. That is my taste of my spirituality. I know everything, but you try to push me a little bit. There was one guru was there, and there are lots of there one guy always comes to listen to lectures, and one time he did not come. Everybody knows this example. One time the guy did not show up for about 4 days, and the guru became very angry on 5th day. That, what is happening? Why didn't you show up? Sir, my son died. What do you mean my son died? Son can die. You have to do the swadhyaya. It's very important. You cannot just stop. Next time I will never have that can happen. After a few days, after a few months or so, Guru was absent for 15 days. So after he came back and said, Sishya said, Guru, what happened? Well, my bakri died. So when my son died, you were angry. that was your son, but this was my bakri, you know. So that kind of thing we should not have to have. That is a superficial knowledge. Whatever I know, I have to put into the action. I have to try to put, everything is predetermined. Having known, put that concept on the side. My job is not to interfere in anybody else. If your things are predetermined, you are supposed to get dinner on Friday night. How can I change it? Or he was not supposed to get dinner on Friday night. He was invited. He didn't show up. It was decided that he's supposed to get the old food in his house. Or better food, I don't know, whatever it is. And he decided, he said, I forgot. So how can you forget when everybody else did? It was predetermined. It was decided that it was supposed to happen. So I can't do anything to anybody. That kind of thing we have to have an idea. Yes.
So in nutshell, what is Purusharth is believing that predetermined thought.
And very important. Purusharth means I can't do anything to anybody. I can stay within myself. That's Purusharth. Purusharth doesn't mean that, you just get out in 110 degree and start digging ditch in the backyard and everything. No, that's not Purusharth. Purusharth means I can't do anything to anybody. I am myself, to stay within myself. That's called Purusharth. When Purusharth word comes, that's what Purusharth is. Yes.
So in simple terms, it's removing the doership out of everything.
Doership, kartapana. That's
Kartapanu કાઢી નાખવાનું અને ખાલી જ્ઞાતા.
Gnatapana. Yes.
Do your activities as they are going on, but remove that feeling of kartapa or doership.
I'm not doing anything to Diti. It is supposed to happen to her, and I'm simply nimit to help her out, to take her out to the music lesson, to take her out to whatever place. But I'm just simply nimit. Nimit cannot do anything to the act, So that kind of feeling we have to have it, and that each and every situation occurring in our life will strengthen that feeling. And that's the most important thing that we can do it, right? So in flow, we understand bhav asrav means material, the generic carbon vargana get converted to gnanavaran, darshanavaran, antaraya, monia, whatever those 8 kind of karma. That is the dravya asrav. Bhav asrav means I have rag and dvesh occurring within me, right? Next one now. Dravya bandh and bhav bandh. Bhav bandh, we'll take bhav bandh first. Means psychic bondage means occurring within me. Bhav means within me. Bhav bandh means rag dvesh that occurred to me. Ashrama tha na rag dvesh. Rag dvesh occurred to me. What is the intensity of the rag dvesh? For example, here is a soul in the third previous life. He says, I'm going to get liberated soon. But along with me, why should I not work to have everybody else get liberated along with me? That kind of intense positive feeling, intense, super intense feeling. That is the rag, and that intense rag. And because of that thing, that Jeev bonded Tirthankar Nam Karma, and in third life he became Tirthankar. Savi Jiva Karu Sasan Rasi, right? So intense rag. Other thing, I can have intense dvesh too. These are the Jews, they are supposed to die, and I'm going to kill them, and I'm going to kill 6 million people, not only one. So intense dvesh. So intensity. Rag also has intensity, dvesh also has intensity. And there is in between all million types of intensities are there. Let me write a check for this temple. Let me do something good for the temple. Jidubhai Bhavisi will come, and nobody will know, and he'll be cleaning whole thing. He's not waiting for everybody to come and then start working so everybody knows. He comes early morning. He starts doing his work, and once he's finished, he goes out. He doesn't wait. So that is also Shubha. Intensity of Shubha can be a lot different. Intensity of bad bhav could be a lot different. Let me kill 1 guy, 10 guys, 100 guys, 6 million guys. So intensity is that much on the other side. So that intensity is called bhav bandh, right? Rag dvesh generation is a bhav asrav. Intensity of rag dvesh is a bhav bandh. Dravya asrama, generic carbon vargana becoming gnanavaran, darshanavan, antaraya, monia. And dravya bandh means they come and get stuck to the soul. Now, when we are talking these things in a 4 different ways, bhav asrav, bhav bandh, dravya asrav, dravya bandh, but they all occur in one samay. At a given time it occurs, So we are trying to separate them out. So we just said, dravya karma, it became the gnana varan karma. And then it came, no, at a time it happens, right? Does it make sense?
Yes.
Okay? All right. Yes.
How do you know that it's like if you know you're doing something wrong and yet you can't control yourself? How do you know what intensity that like you're trying to control? And is that called extreme intensity, or is that like how do you work towards
Well, I was extremely intense with my anger today. So then I had to reflect upon myself. Was it necessary for me to be that much angry? No. So same situation occurs tomorrow, and my anger intensity will be somewhat diminished. Still it's there. So again I reflect that, I didn't do a good job. So third day I will be really, really better. So it will be my own thing. I had to decide how much is intensity. Okay. So now simple. Now things are very easy. Samvar. Samvar is 2 types. Bhav samvar, dravya samvar. So what is bhav samvar?
when you stop attracting?
No, little better word. You're almost there, but come on.
When you are just connected to your soul, so you're not attracting any more of.
But why do you want to attract something? You are not going to take the word attract out, because that is karma's problem.
Okay.
So what do I do at the time?
I'm staying within my.
Bhav Suddhatani Shuruat. Suddhatani Shuruat means I have the purity occurring within me. Where is bhav means me, right? Purity occurring within me is a bhav samvar. And what happens to at the same on the karma on this side? They just say, you know what, this guy is useless for us because he's not providing ragdvesh to us. So let me go to somebody else. This guy is no good. So karma stop coming to me. That's a dravya samvar, right? Are you clear? Okay. Then bhav nirjara, dravya nirjara. What is it? Bhav nirjara means
Shedding. Vriddhi.
Kwani?
Shuddhi.
Shuddhi nivruddhi. It's a nirjara. Means I have a purity occurred, but now I try to stay within myself. So purity increases. That's a bhav nirjara. And what happens with dravya nirjara at the time? Whatever old karma stuck to me, they start disappearing themselves. I don't have to do anything to them. There is an intense darkness in this room. How do I remove the darkness? Shall I do something to the darkness? No. What do? I just don't. I ignore darkness totally. I put the matchstick. I put the flame, and the darkness disappears. There was a argument occurred in law in the court, and the darkness went, and he says, "You know what, judge? This light is always bothering me. It always bothers me, And he says, judge said all the time, yeah. It just day and night. Whenever he's there, he just keeps on bothering me. So judge says, okay, that's a point. So he says to the light, what's your problem? Do you know this darkness? He says, I've never seen him. I don't know who is he. I don't know him. Because Prakash has never seen darkness. But darkness says, he keeps on bothering me. So my purity, when it keeps on increasing, material karma says, this is not our place to stay here. Let's run away. Darkness says, let's run away because light has come up. And finally, what is it? Bhav moksha, dravya moksha. What is bhav moksha?
Before you go there, I like to visualize. These are physical particles.
Yes, they disappear.
Where do they go?
They just general in the universe. They just dissolve in the universe. Means they continue their existence in the universe, not with me. They are not stuck with me. Yeah, they exist.
The bandh goes away.
Bandh goes away. Yeah.
Right. So they can still be present.
They are there. They become now generic Karman particle. Remember?
Right.
Because it is written in their fate to be generic carbon particle now. So they are generic carbon particle, right? So bhav moksha means what? Shuddhitani
Purnata.
purnata, right? So what happened to karma over here?
All of them.
All the karmas are gone. Now, see, this is what nine tattvas are. We have to look nine tattva this way. If we look this way, then we are going to make it really a big meaning out of it. Fish ko time ko shiri ta prem. We can just
48. So I think we can start the Arki in Mangaldev at 12. So we got 5, 10 minutes.
okay.
In the Jain word, it says karma khari.
તો કર્મનું ખરવું કર્મના પોતાથી થયું. You didn't push the karma. તે શું કર્યું? What you did, you just ignited lights of knowledge within you. The darkness of karma disappeared by themselves. You didn't touch the karma at all.
Do that, but that's called karma khari.
કર્મનું ખરી જવું પોતે કર્મનું ખરવું પોતે પોતાથી થયું. It was written in his own fate to get it disappeared there, and it was written on my fate to be in the pure form now. And they both have nimit nimitik sambandh, right? And that's where, in general, we can just say, "Me karmane khervi dida." But at the time, back of my mind, I should know that it happened by its own, and I did my own activity. They are two separate events, but rather than talking that long sentence, we just said karma khariga and na moksha. That's it.
Other question. Are these particles arupi or they can be seen?
Rupee. But they are so microscopic that can be seen by Kevali Bhagwan only. Even a Gnani Purush cannot see the karma particle. We can see, and as a Agnani, we can see the effect of karma. I have Gnana Varan Karma Uday Thayo, that's why I cannot remember anything. And then yesterday you went to see the PK movie, and now you just remember each and every sentence coming in the movie. How come you remember in one time you saw the movie? And here, for last 8 years, you are listening all this thing, but still, my Gnana Varan Karma Uday. No, that's not, because I don't have liking. If I'm liking for it, I like it, I'll know it. Okay, so this is what it is. Now we'll do quickly, and then we'll revise later on. But this was a prelude that we had it. 6 universal substances we have it. This one we'll just bypassing. Okay, so now soul could be in 2 forms: diluted form and innate form. Innate means its own pure nature. Gold is a gold. Sugar is a sweet. Salt is a salty. Soul is a knower. Period. That is its innate form. Potano swabhava. And the other one is called diluted form, means it is in rag, dvesh, krodh, man, maya, lobh, brahm, mithyatva, ajnan. That is its diluted form. Soul can be 2 forms. It has its own choice. But by choice, it is in a diluted form. While on the matter side, what is the innate form and what is the diluted form? Innate form means, remember, karma particle. Karma particle is made up of infinite Pudgal Parmanu. Parmanu means smallest possible part of the Pudgal. You take this part, take it into 2, divide it into 2, and ultimately you come to a smallest possible part which you cannot divide further. It's called atom in a Jain perspective. This is not scientific atom. Scientific atom also nucleus, proton, neutron, electron, those parts are there. And even in the proton, there is a quarks are there and all kind of things. So that is not atom in Jainism. Jainism atom is the one which you cannot divide into further 2. And this is extremely microscopic, which only Kevali Bhagwan can see. Even infinite atom particles get together and becomes one karma particle, like Gnanavaran karma particle, Darsnavaran karma particle, Monia karma particle. That also we cannot see. Gnani Purush cannot see, only Aryan Bhagwan can see. So once it's a matter in the innate form, in that atom form, that's a pure form. When it's an aggregate form, in the form of a karma particle, then it's called diluted form. Diluted form of matter, diluted form of soul, they can kind of have relationship to each other. My ragdvesh karma coming me. Relationship. When I'm in a pure form, matter particle in pure form, no relationship. Yes.
You mentioned generic karmic particles.
Hmm.
That works as an atom.
No, it's not atom. It can include atom, but it is a mixture of atom and aggregate molecules, everything together.
So, innate form matter, can it get into a generic karmic form?
Yeah. Pudgal means what? Pud means to join, and girls to means separation. So two atomic particle, they have the capacity to join to each other. They have capacity to separate from each other also. So this joining and separation continuously occurring in the Pudgal particles, but that is their own behavior, right? Okay. Yes.
So the soul in innate form is basically the siddhas, right?
Siddha Dasa, or my experiencing of my soul, or Samyak Darshan, when I'm in a Nirvikat Dasha, when I'm in the primary abstract comprehensive state, that is called Nirvikat, that is called innate form, that is called Samyak Darshan. Or it can call Siddha Dasa also, yes. Now, very quickly we'll go through it. There is not much time, but we'll just go quickly. My things are not seen well, but soul has a two capacity: innate form and deluded form, right? And soul does by its own doing. Nobody asked soul to do it. Soul decided I want to go to innate form. For time infinite, that's what I keep on doing. Innate form. Deluded form. Deluded form. Time infinite, that's all I keep on doing it.
How did it decide?
But I decided myself that I want to be crazy today. That's it. That's all I did. Rather than staying within my own nature, I decided to listen. I give you 2 white edible powder and I tell me what is it. So what did you do? You just taste it and you say, this is sugar. You taste it, this is salt. Why? Because you said sugar cannot lose its innate form of sweetness. Soul cannot leave its innate form of knowledge. But instead of that, I keep on in a deluded form since time infinite. Sugar, that Pudgal, Dabba things which has no knowledge, does not lose its own innate form, and I'm the super intelligent person. I'm in the deluded form.
So from time millennium, we were looking for happiness outside.
Yes.
We said everything is outside, and that's why we have been living like this from time immemorial. But once we decide that the happiness is inside, and everything else external does not matter, it's not the controlling thing for my happiness, then you have begun the process of moving towards me.
Now, when I'm in the deluded form, right? I went to deluded form because of whom? With my choice. Now, at the same time, what happened on the other side? Fruition of the old karma came by themselves, right? And they both have what kind of relationship? Nimit Namidik Saman means they both did their own job independently, but it appears that because of this thing, this guy came. But they both are independent, right? Same thing happens that because of the deluded form now, that the new karmas are looking, generic carbon particles are looking for place to become karma. So they said, is there anybody having deluded form? Yes, I have it. So they join, and then there is a relationship between those two. This guy decided by itself to become a regular karma particle, and this guy provided deluded state. So they both got together. Now,
But
yes.
you mentioned they have no knowledge.
No knowledge, but Parinaman is there all the time. The modification is there all the time. Listen, this matchstick, is it brand new or old? It's old, for example. Brand new will have a shiny thing and everything. This is old, right? How did you say it's old? Because Parinaman is occurring within itself. This table, is it brand new or old? It's old. Why it's old? Parinaman keeps on changing all the time independently in that one. So Parinaman means modification is an inherent nature of any substance.
Okay, we have to end
Okay.
now.
Let's just be quick. So we will take only 2 minutes. And then this karma, that new karma came in, it goes in dormancy, gets stuck to my soul, and then ultimately it becomes a fruition, and whole thing keeps on going and going and going. In this reaction, who has the knowledge, who has a buddhi, who can decide what not to do or what to do? Soul said that I'm going into the innate form. Let's bypass this one. I'm going to go to the innate form. What happened now? When I went in innate form, this whole circle has no feeder. No feeder, so it started dying down. And so once it died down completely, me and my innate form remain Siddhadasa. So this is the relationship of karma and matter. Karma and soul. So we have to try to digest it. Call me anytime, write to me email. I'll be available anytime, because I know this has created lots of questions, and that's important. Generation of questions is more important, and answers will be there. Then we have to understand that, and this will happen to understand all the swadhyayas that are occurring, Gule, Swadhyaya and everything. It will help us understand much better that what he's driving. His whole idea is to take all the mumukshu in that direction. He's doing that very nicely. That job he's doing it, and it's our job to understand, and our job is to stay with him. Okay. Any questions so far? No. Javani ke gyan se sujhe lokalo sovani mastak namo sada deta hu. No banamo kamantra.
We'll do Aarti Mangal Jivo, Guru Vandana, and then.
This was not the topic that I presented there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this that one that slide I sent it out, but that needs lots of basic, and maybe we'll meet some other time and informal, formal, whatever, and we'll just go through it again, deeper.
Okay, thank you.